few of you have asked me about my Guardian build within the guild, so instead of explaining over and over again, I thought I'd produce a little video to put on the forums. Hopefully it's not too long, hopefully it's informative. Okay, so we'll start off with my traits. Let's have a look at my traits. Here we go. So she's obviously level 80, so she's got everything unlocked and all 70 points. I've gone up 30 points in honour, so that gives me 300 health, an extra 300 health, which equates to 3,000 hit points roughly, and increases my healing by 300. I've gone for superior aura. Shouts recharge 20% faster, so I'm only using shouts. All nearby allies gain might for 5 seconds when you land a critical hit. Nearby allies gain Virtue of Resolve's passive effect. So that's this one, so nearby allies are constantly regenerating. I've gone up 30 points in Valor, which gives me extra 300 toughness and a 300 critical damage. Purity, obviously, lose a condition every 10 seconds, which is fairly vital. 5% of my toughness is given to a bonus to precision, so I have a fairly high toughness, so I get more precision. And applying a boon heals. Applying a boon to allies heals you, which is why I've gone to precision instead of anything else. Because nearby allies gain might for 5 seconds when you land a critical hit, that applies a boon to nearby allies and myself, which heals me. So every boon I apply, every time I critically hit something, I'm healing myself. May not be much, it's about 300, but it helps. And considering that I'm applying a critical hit every 1 in 2, 1 in 3 hits, it sure mounts up. Every time I dodge, where is it? The end of my dodge roll heals nearby allies. Now that is a fairly high heal. It's over 1,000 a go. So I'm constantly watching my evade and my endurance bar, and when that's full I'll dodge it out and then dodge back in to the battle. That gives myself and all allies around me over 2,000 heals, so whenever that's full I'm dodging in and out. Now my radiance here, that's the precision and my conditional damage obviously, so that increases my precision even further. And my signets charge 20% faster, so signet mastery, which means my main heal, which is fairly high, will recharge it a lot faster, so it's every 32 seconds there. So that's basically the traits. You can go, you can dump in, hang on a minute, which one is this one, sorry. You can dump in pure voice. Allies affected by shouts convert one condition to a boon, which of course that conversion to a boon will heal you up, but I prefer the constant effect of Virtue of Resolve, because I built this Guardian to support my allies and heal and try to tank. I feel that a constant healing is more important than applying the boon every so often. Okay, so that's that. My gear is all either AC or Karma gear from Temples, and it's all precision, vitality, healing power. I've decided not to go for toughness in my armour, because I'd rather have the precision in order to make sure that not only is everyone getting might on every one of my critical hits, but I'm also healing myself. So I've got fairly high toughness as it is, which increases my armour. Which is now sat at, if I can find it, well, it's there somewhere anyway. Oh, there we go, 2,536. That reduces my incoming damage, but I've got enough toughness as it is, I feel, and I'd rather increase my precision, vitality and heal power. So yeah, all this gear can be attained from AC or Temples. The weapons, all AC gear, because AC is one of the most easiest ones to farm, and you use the Ascalonian tiers to get this. So all my weapons are precision, vitality, healing power. I've put in my gear, my armour, Superior Rune of Lisa, which gives me extra precision. Conditional damage, conditional duration I'm not too worried about, but it'll increase that. When you're using a healing skill, you gain a random boon for 10 seconds, so whenever I pop regen, or whenever I pop virtual resolve, or for my mace, whenever I pop symbol of faith, it's all healing skills. Signet of resolve, boom, I get a random boon. Whenever you use an elite skill, I lose all conditions and gain all boons for 5 seconds. In World v World I use renewed focus because you're always on the fly. That renews all these virtues which I can keep popping, and also heals me with all the boons. So that's why I have Rune of Lissa in there. Ghastly Great Sword of Accuracy, which is basically my damage sword. If I'm looking to put in a lot of damage, I've increased the critical chance in that. So that's pure, has no heal skills apart from the ones from the traits. My mace actually does have heal skills. There's one there, and there's one there. Number 4 and number 2. And number 2 is on a short cooldown every 7 seconds. I can pop that down, and it gives myself and any allies in the ring some nice regen there. Now, World vs World, I can use my staff for frontline to frontline attacks, and also give me speed. Now, Empower will give me 12 stacks of might and my nearby allies. Here we go, 9, 12. There we go. Now, that's very handy because not only does it give my allies 12 stacks of might, but for every stack of might I heal in myself. So I can pop that and then pop that, and then all of a sudden my health is shot right back up without having to use my healing skill. So that's my weapons. We'll stick that there. My jewellery. Well, basically I got the Guild Caretaker backpack, but I did find that they do there's a better backpack in the temples on ore, so I transmuted that. So that's again precision, vitality, healing power. I've got the Claw of the Howling King, 2 of those, although you can get the rings from the temple raids again, which have got exactly the same stats, so precision, vitality, healing power. And my necklace is power, toughness, healing power, so again increase my toughness a little bit. Now it's up to you how you decide to put in these. If you want a little bit extra damage, I mean power, vitality, critical damage, very useful, because the more damage that you actually do, the more you can retain the attention of a mob. Although I didn't want to build a damage guardian, I wanted to actually build it to stay alive, keep my friends alive, and make sure that it can take a beating, basically. So I sort of weighed it off and thought, yeah, okay, well, I'll stick in some power and some critical damage there, so she's got a little bit of oomph to her attacks. So yeah, there's that's the gear. Now when we're fighting in the benefits to this build is when I'm fighting in World vs World, she can lead the front lines and take a hell of a beating. At the moment we've noticed, because we're up against Isle of Xanthia and Devona's Rest, we've noticed that they're running very squishy classes most of the time. Now they're all very interested in producing damage, so they're either running glass cannons or they're just running clothy armour. There's a lot of thieves and a lot of mesmers around, a lot of what we call fail thieves, ones that just blink in and out. Basically my guardian can ignore them and leave them alone. But we've also noticed that there are a few warriors which are far too squishy, and they run in guardians which are also very squishy, and I think a lot of people are focusing on doing damage in World vs World, because damage equals contribution, contribution equals loot, loot equals badges, badges equal at some point in your life you're going to get a legendary. So people are looking at trying to get more contribution, especially for the events and things like this, so they're thinking damage, damage, damage. However, because I've got a fairly high critical chance, my critical damage is also increased by 45% because my toughness is so high. My damage is considerable as it is, so upping my precision increases my damage. So the more critical hits I do, the more damage I actually do. Although that was a byproduct of the build, it actually works very well, because the more damage you do on a mob, the more chance you have to retain their attention, especially if you're the first one to hit it. So I'm constantly producing critical hits, although they may not be as great as a thief or a hunter or something like that, but they are critical hits and they are painful. So that's the basic build. Feel free to sort of tweak a little bit if you want to do a little bit more damage, to, or, you know, lose a little bit of health to do a little bit more damage. That's fine too, but it's mainly the traits which are important. Doing more critical hits, heal allies, shouts, any boons heal allies. That's the main premise of this build, is boons heal allies. And that's basically it. If you've got any further questions, then you're more than welcome to ask me in game. Thank you.